Let's go, people. Welcome to Suns Valley Podcast. Yeah, who's that coming off the picking? I can't even do it, Gabe. Can't even do it.
You're losing your voice because you've been singing it.
Can't even do it because Jordan never did that. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Suns Valley Podcast. Suns vs. Timberwolves preview and predictions. Crystal ball emoji at the end of the title. Man,
I thought that would work.
Well, people, we finally did it. Ooh, look at that layout. Hey, the layout's clean, no, bruh. It's clean ski. How's everybody doing in the chat, man? We got Victoria in here. CJ to go, DC, MJ, Wild Drips. Go NBA East Metro, what's good? Michael, what's good? Anyway. Suns play tomorrow at what is it?
2:30
3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. That is noon. That will be noon. Suns Valley time for y'all. 12:30 start. That's really honestly the only thing that concerns me about this game tomorrow.
That's not a bad
starting early, right? That's literally the only thing that concerns me about the game tomorrow. If I'm being honest, I feel like the team will bring it, but those early starts, man, they've been killing the team this season. So, but how you feeling about the game tomorrow, Gabe?
Honestly, and this is gonna sound kind of stupid, I'd be almost happier if the game wasn't tomorrow. Like I could wait, I could stand to wait longer. I think after tonight, I'm gonna start getting that nervous, terrible feeling. It hasn't sunk in yet. But I'm scared. What do you want me to say, bro? I'm scared.
Scared of what?
The pain, the gut-wrenching. You ever had your heart broken? You ever been broken up with?
Sure, but that was a long time ago.
But I'm talking like, and it hurt because you liked her and she got
rid
of
but that
you.
was such a long time ago.
Okay.
You know, Sundo is the
that gut-wrenching
not the heartbreak no more.
Well, we all know that, but like that feeling of having your heart broken is basically how I feel after a loss. So, you know, like
so weird, man.
Well, playoffs. Every game matters so much in the playoffs.
Every game does matter so much, but that's the one thing I love about, a series is that you get another whack at it. You know what I'm saying? You get at least 4 chances at it, unlike other playoff formats where it's you lose and go home. So at least we don't have that. So at least you have a series in which you can, win 4 games. I feel like we're going to get 6 in this one. That's just a prediction there. I feel like we win 1 in Minnesota. I feel like we win 2 at home. We go back to Minnesota and lose. And I think we wrap it up at home. That's just my feeling. Just by the matchups and how it goes. I feel like they're going to at least get 1 or 2 on us, man. I feel like they're going to get at least 1 or 2 on us. There's just no way that there will be a game where Cat can't miss, Ant can't miss, Mike Conley is going to be killer, and there's just going to be a game like that where they come out just on fire and then there's nothing we can do about it. That game will happen. And I think it'll be, a game 1 or 2. And then I think we wrap it up, in 6. That's just me.
Just getting straight down to the nitty gritty, getting into these predictions, huh?
That's just early prediction, right? I mean, there's other things you talk about, matchups, players. Who do you think is going to do what? But that's just how I feel like it's going to happen. And that's just, I don't know. It's just my feeling. I don't have any stats to back it up.
So what do you guys want to talk about first? We're busy, man. All right. We do our regular jobs on the side, and then, we humbly come before ye and beg for likes on YouTube. Okay. And, I'm going to be completely honest. We didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for this stream together because Sundo works a hard, honest, God's honest life.
Come on. Let's just, all right. So here we go. Let's just ask everybody in the chat.
What do you guys want to, where do you guys want to start?
Well, I have one because there was a good, we did have a good heated, I'm not going to say
TC
debate.
wants to talk about East Metro wants to talk about your fresh cut.
Yeah, I had to get fresh.
It's playoffs.
It's playoffs, man. We had to get fresh.
Now you're not playing in the game, are you? Because you sound like
no. We just but we had to get fresh like KD. We had to get that playoff cut like KD. You know what I'm saying?
Hamburger meat out.
That's right. Get the hamburger meat gone. Fresh cut like KD. You know what I'm saying? Wet like Book. Fresh cut like KD. But no,
sorry, go on.
There's something I do because we had a really. It's not really much of a debate, but we did have a disagreement in our video, and I want to get what people in the chat feel. We had an argument about what did we think the X factor for this series would be, and it wasn't just us talking about it. There were other Suns content creators talking about it, but who do you think the X factor in the chat? Just go ahead and type a player or a group of players. Who do you think the X factor of this game is going to be? Yeah, make that a poll because we had a poll on Bleacher Report. It was Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Beal, and I believe you put Eric Gordon / Royce O'Neal were the options, and I made the argument that I felt like because I felt like our guards match up well with their guards, I thought that the X factor or the deciding factor in the series would be how we guard Cat and how we deal with Gobert and our size. What happens when Nurkic is gone and we got to have Drew Eubanks guarding Gobert or Bol playing big or Thad playing big. That's one thing. That's one quote unquote weakness we've had all season is not having that backup big. We've had to play Eubanks. And I feel like that's going to be a deciding factor. Then you said Grayson Allen as you're creating that poll.
Well, now it's funny because now I'm starting to think maybe I was wrong and maybe it was Biggs. Maybe you were right and I'm the bozo.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But your point was well taken, right? Grayson, if Grayson's hot, you're gonna have a hard time doubling Booker, Durant, leaving Beal and someone else wide open, especially if everybody else is hitting, right? Then when as the poll goes up, I think Grayson might be an answer, but I still think it's just that size, man.
Okay, so while maybe if you haven't voted yet, give it a second here before you vote, and let me explain what I would say constitutes an X factor. I think an X factor is the person who has it going. If they have it going, it basically means you win. If they have it going, it means the likelihood of winning skyrockets. Okay.
Rams fan says, Book. Here's the deal, Rams fan. I feel like the reason why we haven't picked Book or Beal or Durant is we are just assuming that two, if not all of them, are going to have it going, right? And so, who's that next player? Because they're going to do. Because we saw how they tried to guard us. They doubled KD, then they moved the double Book, and then they left Beal open. Beal had to take over, or they would leave Grayson open, and Grayson have an open shot. I feel like they're going to do something similar again when they play us this entire series. Man, people are voting for Grayson. Grayson 40%, Biggs 24%. Maybe I'm wrong, Gabe. Spurs fan Gary says it's Grayson. The Suns toting to utilize Biggs will play right into the Wolves' hands, make the two Biggs defend away from the basket, and that number one defense won't look like it. That's a fair point if you do spread the floor, but the problem is who are you going to spread the floor with? Bol. You know what I mean? You're going to play Thad, a small ball five, maybe. But I don't really think that Thad has that threat of stretching the floor as much as Bol does.
No.
Eubanks doesn't have that threat either, and neither does Nurk. So
neither does Nurk.
So I think Bol's the only one that you can use to stretch the floor.
Do you really, Sundo, for 1 second, think that Frank is going to use Bol to stretch the floor? Thank you.
No. He's going to use Bol to to back up Kevin Durant, and that's it.
He's going to use Bol to warm up the bench.
Are you sure?
Yes, bro. I feel like surely Bol's out of the rotation unless, you know what I mean? Like think about it. He already gets only like 10 to 12 minutes per game. Okay? And now you go into the playoffs where you tighten up the minutes even more and the starters play even more. I think you're going to see Nurk out there or you're going to see small ball. Nurk, small ball. Which is working? Which are they adjusting to?
I think you'll get small ball KD 5 for sure at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Which would then have to force Gobert off the court or to guard somebody else who he can't guard. We've seen how he is guarding smaller guys. He's in a turnstile, basically. So I think that's a good point, too. Spurgeon Gary says, Gray, Book, KD, and Durant will force Gobert or Cat to defend outside. There will be a couple big mismatches for you guys if that happens. Absolutely.
Well, what you definitely want to do, and we've seen it done in the playoffs before, is I'm not so much worried about Cat. It's Gobert. I need Gobert out the paint. I need him out of the paint. If he's out there guarding the 3-point line,
it's over. He's cooked.
So, bro, I mean, low key, you probably did figure out what it is. You surprise Minnesota with Bol at the 5. Okay. Now, is Gobert gonna gobble him up in the post? Yes.
Absolutely.
Did Gobert gobble up
Absolutely.
Eubanks? Double yes.
Gobert gobbled up every big butt Nurkic,
okay.
And even gave Nurkic some issues.
I think that would be what I would do. I doubt it will happen, but if Frank does it, and if it doesn't work, Frankie, adjust. Don't do it.
Please
Don't
adjust.
work. But you're right, dude. That's how you would keep Gobert out of the 3-point line. If you get Gobert out of the paint, Beal's driving is 10 times more effective. Book's driving 10 times more effective.
Your Rams fan says, how many games are the Suns winning? 4? 4 to get out of the series. That's what they got to do. Stefano says, I fear Frank will not use Bol much or even at all, unfortunately. I think he'll use Bol. I think the rotations that I think the rotations that you guys have seen throughout the season is what you're going to see during the playoffs, especially toward the end. Like if you saw Bol play 10 minutes, I think that man's going to get 8 to 10 minutes in the playoffs. He might get his minutes cut if they need to adjust. If they need to go with more small ball and give Royce more minutes or give whoever else more minutes or Thad more minutes, that's where you'll see his minutes get cut. But I just think that the rotations that we have, that we have seen, I have had something. The rotations that we had for the past, 3 weeks, 4 weeks is what you're going to get.
Burner says, hold up, wait a minute. Is that a diamond limited green screen, Gabe? What is a diamond limited green screen?
Who knows, but I like it.
We're glad you're here. I will say that.
You know what I need to do?
This was too
I need to get me a green screen, and then we can have double highlights. You know what I'm saying? Put them up. Coach says we need our Bruce Bowen.
Put wrestling highlights behind you.
Yeah, we could put wrestling behind me. I don't know who our Bruce Bowen would be. We don't really have that player on our team, bro. East Metro says, do we test Azubike in this series against Cat? Azubike can't play. He's a 2-way, so he ain't playing. So
yeah,
that's not a thing.
And he also wouldn't be able to stretch the floor at all, unfortunately.
No, not at all. Shut up, Burner. We're not trying to. We're just going to ignore that already. We're just going to ignore that already. All right, so now that you got that out of the way, next poll, Gabe, we get ready to put it up.
Oh, shit. Okay, first of all,
who's winning the series?
First of all, we got 85 in here watching. Can you guys
yes, we do.
Help a couple of brothers out? Am I going to get away with that?
Hit the like ski.
Hit that like button for a real pillar and a light bright. All right.
And that's where I was going to go, Ernesto. How many games does this series go?
Is that the next poll ski?
And who wins? And I mean, obviously we're Suns fans. We're going to say Suns. But how many games is this series going to go? Absolutely, in my opinion, it's 6.
Oh, I have to end this. So, by the way, this last poll ended with Beal being the X factor.
I mean, Beal being the X factor is
by the
way he's played the last three games is a logical option, right? If he continues to be the man. I saw something the other day. I saw an article on a Bleach Report today that said Beal is a shadow of his former self, and I just shook my head.
When was it from?
Recently, it was a scout that had said it. That Beal is a shadow of his former self, and he's not the same. And it's like they're asking him to play a completely different game this season. Dude's been hurt. Clearly, you didn't watch the last, I don't know, week of basketball where the man's been a killer. I don't think he's the former shell of himself. I just think, he's playing a new role and sacrificing a lot for Booker and KD to really get the ball. I thought that was a crazy statement. But anyway, before you get the poll up.
What do you want this poll to say? I'm a little...
How many games will this series go? 4, 5, 6, 7. Simple as that. Simple as that. Code says the X Factor is Devin Booker. We get as far as he takes us. Yes. Yeah. I can't disagree with that. But also, I'm just assuming that Booker's going to be on. But I know that might be quite foolish of me, Code. But I'm assuming that he's going to be on. And I assume that him, Beal, or Durant are going to be on. Stupid article saying Suns regret. Here we go. How many games will the series go? Poll up. I say 6. I said that at the beginning of the stream. Absolutely going to, I think 6. Like I said, before we had people get in here, we got 95 watching. At the beginning, we had 24. So shout out to y'all that was already filing in here at the beginning. We do appreciate you. But at the beginning of the stream, I said that this will go 6. I feel like the Suns steal one in Minnesota. They win both at home. It comes back to Minnesota. Minnesota will win that one, and then we wrap it up at home on game 6. Thoughts, Gabe?
Well, I clicked 7. I was going to keep my answer secret, but I clicked 7. I clicked 7.
You think 7?
I don't know why. I just go on.
I mean, no, I really want to get your honest speech. So you think it's gonna be a really good, hard fought, close series?
I just I'll say this. I'm happy that the Suns have made me feel good enough about them that I think they could come out of this series to begin with, but I haven't bought into them to the point to where I think, okay, I'm bought in and we're beating the brakes off. It's the beating the brakes off that I can't get on board with yet.
I don't think
the way a lot of people have. A lot of people have.
I don't think we're beating the brakes off. I think this is going to be a hard fought series.
Yeah, I'm not accusing you of that.
I know. I think it's going to be a hard fought series. I think the Wolves are going to make this one very physical. I think they're going to do their best to get Booker off his game and Beal. There's going to be a lot of hard-nosed defense, a lot of hand checking, pushing, doing whatever they got to do to get Booker to turn the ball over and get inside his head. I don't think they're going to do much to get Durant off his game. I don't think Durant is one of those players where you can shake his confidence. If he's off, he's just off, right? I don't think that's a thing that they're going to be able to. That's not a thing they're going to be able to do. But for sure, I think between Beal and Booker, there's going to be a lot of physicality, a lot.
Keep talking. Talk to the chat. I'm reading.
I'm reading. Rams fan says, I think 4. Look what we did to the Wolves during the season. Here's the deal, Rams fan. We are too careful to do that again. And by do that again, I mean me and Gabe both, even though Gabe put the video out by himself, but we were in agreement during the Mavs series 2 years ago. We were like, the Mavs haven't beat us in forever. There's no way this goes 7. And it went 7. And not only did it go 7, we got embarrassed in game 7. So I am not about to look past it. Even though I don't care how we did in the regular season. The playoffs are a completely different animal. So I'm not doing that. TC says I have a strong 5. Suns slack off game 2. Kind of where I'm at. Except for I added one more game. East Metro says I think 5 at most 6. Jeff F says Wolf's too good. Don't sleep on him. Absolutely. T. Ahmed says Frank and Booker. Frank and Booker are the X factors.
Yeah, Frank is a great one. I really like that. Go
on. East Metro says, how many days do we get in between each series? Or do you mean each game? Because I know that we play tomorrow and then we don't play again until Tuesday. That's a lot of good rest between games.
Yeah, they've had
so there's that.
Good rest.
Yep, and we've had such a rest. Kevin Cox says, do you think Rajon Rondo would have been a good pick for the Suns if he didn't retire? Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
We're both on him.
I think that if he would have been a pickup, then I think Frank would have played him a lot.
Yeah. Especially
Gabe
considering
he doesn't trust Booker. Yeah, absolutely.
He won a title with Frankie. You know?
He says you're scared. He doesn't trust Booker. Dale says I like our odds a lot better now that we have Nurkic instead of Ayton. That's another good point. Hey, Zero says I don't know why people keep thinking this team will blow out teams. Yeah, I'm kind of past the blowout. We've only seen we only saw one true blowout the entire season. And that was against the Spurs. Other than that, the Suns have always played every team close this season for the most part. Burner says, I just want to see how the Suns hold up in the fourth. I'm still unconvinced. Yeah, don't bring that up.
Their fourth quarters have been the best. They have been their best in the fourth quarter for some reason for the last
3 games. Yes, so
okay,
there's that. But I'm kind of with him on that. Maybe that comes back. You know what I mean? Knock on wood, it doesn't. Maybe it does. King West, the homie King West is here.
What up,
Let's
Wes?
Go. Appreciate you. He says we've done really well against them, but they also have what should be the anti-Suns formula. Although Book and Beal and KD are mid-range masters, and that works against them. They can take away the support, which is what has hurt us in the past. What has been proven this season is that when the support is gone, we suffer. They guard the 3 and paint really well, which are crucial to our other players. It's not a bad point. All those points are very solid.
I think by support, I think you mean like our supporting players, like role players.
Like
ideally, the beauty of
like
having the beauty of having a big 3, and I do feel like we finally can ironically free call them a big 3. We can call them that now. Is that either they handle everything, or if they don't have it going, you have good supporting players that can help pick up the slack. And maybe the supporting players are so hot that the big 3 has to do less, but one is supposed to be able to supplement the other. And people talk about the Suns not having good role players or not having a good bench. Dude, I love our bench compared to what we had last year. You know who our number 1 bench performer last year was? Landry Shambones.
I was going to say Campaign. And Terrence Ross.
Appreciate
and Torrey
it, DC.
Craig. And Torrey Craig. Let's see here. Oh, somebody said something. Oh, here we go. JL says, how about any frontline support off the bench? Thoughts on Okogie Ezubike? Ezubike is not playing 2-way.
Let's talk Okogie. Ooh, let's talk Okogie.
We'll talk Okogie because me and you did have a little spout about whether Okogie was going to get minutes in this series, and I just don't know if he will, but he might get a few. I'll keep reading the chat until you get the poll up.
What are we at for likes? Because I feel like we need to.
We're at 46 likes.
We need to get a little membership goal here.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do Memby goal.
So we're at 46. How about 65? We can get to 65 likes. I'll give out a membership.
All right. Let's see here. Also says, I really hope we see Bobo minutes. Code says, I actually trust Book more than KD, and that scares me.
Oh, King West said we're at 60. Okay, if it was 60, then make it 75.
All right, bet 75.
75, guys. Next poll. Do you want to see Okogie back in the rotation at all? You know, any minutes. Doesn't have to be starter. Doesn't have to be full bench minutes. But okay, so we're at 73. We're probably going to get there.
So here's my thing on Okogie. And I think Okogie will get some minutes. I don't think he's going to get a lot. I think when they traded for Royce O'Neal, they were like, well, this is going to be our guy that's going to do his job. And Okogie got sent to the bench basically, or to the end of the line basically. But I think Okogie, you use him to guard specifically and Edwards when you need to give Beal or whoever a break. That's what I think is going to happen. I think he specifically will be, hey, we are having a little bit of foul trouble. Please guard Ant Edwards, please. Please guard Mike Conley, please. Take care of the guards, please.
Or
that's going to be his.
Or coach just relies on Royce to do it and says, Royce,
well,
get
that's
out there and do it and do better.
I think he will, but if there is foul trouble,
do better, Senator. Type shit.
Listen, I get that, but if there is foul trouble, which I've already said that this is going to be a physical series, then yeah, there's going to be times where people get in foul trouble. This is playoff basketball, right? Like anything can happen. You need to have contingencies. That's where I think Okogie comes in.
Okay. I thought the question was, do you want him?
Do I want him back in rotation?
Back in the rotation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okogie is.
This is a whole different conversation we can have and should have. So first, let's get back on topic.
Oh my gosh, do I want to see him? Yes. There you go. There's my answer. Sure, I would like to see him.
In what type of role?
Because he defensive role only,
like minutes wise. TC. Newest Horseman now. Sundo,
TC is back.
I don't have the Horseman clip loaded into this.
Horseman.
There you go. That's what I was going to ask.
Welcome back, go, TC. Horseman. But no.
Next free membership is at 100. King West said 100, I believe, or maybe it was Prince. Who was it? It was King. Go ahead.
But do I want to see Okogie back? Yes. And you said what kind of minutes? I'm talking. Well, I mean, bro, if Frank's going to continue to do what he's doing, he's only going to get like 5-6 minutes a game, 6 minutes of that. He's not going to play anything. Like he's only going to bite into Royce's minutes. You know what I mean? That's going to be the role that they're going to put him in. So,
well, Royce is already coming off of the bench. So what are we talking here? You know,
like I'm saying, he's only like if he does play,
cut into his bench minutes.
Or Grayson's
I don't think
minutes,
we're going to be seeing less Royce in the playoffs. I think we're going to be seeing more Royce.
That's why I'm saying he only comes in when they need him to defend, or if Royce or Grayson are in foul trouble and they need somebody to defend.
Foul trouble.
Absolutely, and that's where I think he comes into play. Same thing with Thad Young. Okay. Nerd gets in foul trouble. Thad Young is going to see a lot of minutes because Eubanks can't do it all by himself. And I hope that's not the case. I just wish they just play Thad Young. Give him more of Eubanks minutes, please. But Burn, I just answer that. Who would you put in over Nurk? You mean over Nurk, or put in to
replace him for minutes?
Replace him for minutes. I mean, it's got to be Eubanks.
Life ain't worth living without Nurk playing.
I mean, it's got to be Eubanks. I mean, if you want to go back to the X Factor,
I'll rock with Thad.
Oh no, I want to go with that. I'm just saying they're going to go Eubanks.
Okay, but he said, "Who would you put in?" You love reading the question and being like, "Let me answer a different question."
I'm a politician. What do you expect?
That's a good answer right there.
I'm a politician. What do you expect, sir?
Who would you put in as a backup? For Nurkic.
Man, that's tough. I want to say Thad.
You're really considering Eubanks over Thad. It's just
for size and athleticism alone. That's it. Because I mean, Thad's what, 6'8", but Thad's proven himself to be the better rebounder. I
just trust the ball.
Puts himself in better position.
So
exactly.
Much more, bro.
He's proven himself to be a good passer, making the right decisions.
Like,
so yeah, obviously
let me paint a picture for you.
You ain't got to paint it for me. You need to paint it for the chat.
High screen and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Booker's coming off the screen and they double team him, and there's a big man in the paint, and he hits Eubanks or he hits Thad. Which one do you feel more comfortable?
Thad.
That's what I'm saying, Doc. Because Thad ain't going to throw up some bull jive. Thad isn't going to try to dunk over a mountain.
That'll make the right pass on the pick and roll.
Quickly identify who's the right shooter, elite shooter to get the ball to. And the ball's going to get there on time, in rhythm, and it's going to give our guys a chance to hit. And I like threes going up instead of attempted poster dunks.
Also, TC just made a point that I was thinking about, but I didn't say.
Intrepid.
He says Thad can grab boards instead of the knockbacks that Eubanks be doing, and that is true. For somehow, some way, Thad's always in the right position to get rebounds, and that is a skill. Yes, it is a skill. Ask Dennis Rodman. He made a whole career on it.
He's not a crazy Dennis Rodman rebounder. He's not like, oh my God, you can't keep him off the boards, but he does have a knack for it.
But Dennis Rodman talked about how he had a knack for it. He was able to read the ball off the rim and get rebounds and box out and work hard for it. And
it does seem like that seems can do that.
That team seems like he has that skill. He just seems, there's no way to explain it because he's always in the right place at the right time whenever a rebound comes his way. It's kind of crazy.
So yeah, I go with as far as the Okogie thing. With Okogie, I want to see Okogie in the first two games get a chance to double dutch jump back into the line of jump roping with the team and be in the lineup, because I think his offensive rebounding in the playoffs could be the difference in a game.
Good solid point.
You know what I'm saying?
My only issue with that is if they decide to do the thing that everybody else does. Hey,
that's why you give him a couple of chances to see if he can slap. Because
and if he doesn't, then he becomes an issue. Keep talking.
In his defense and offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding and blocking of shots and just overall everything on defense is so valuable to a team like us who's desperate for defenders that I just think it's worth a try. Like buying a lottery ticket and just playing it, and it's like, well, maybe he can hit his first couple of threes and force the defense to guard him. I don't know. I've seen him do it before. I've seen him do it for a couple of weeks. A few weeks at a time where he looks like an actual God's honest shooter. And if you could,
and then,
so I just want to give him minimal minutes in the first two games to see how he looks. If it's garbage, back to the scrap heap you go, and you just increase Royce's minutes. I'm fine with that. Haydot says Okogie's is too sloppy.
Sloppy on what? And on offense?
Appreciate a dead corpse.
If you give him too much, if you don't give him a leash, yes, he will be really sloppy. But but when he plays within the offense, he's really solid. I would like to see Josh and Young in the same lineup. Okogie and Thad in the same lineup. That would be crazy.
It's a whole lot of.
But you got to get him. They got to get those two on the court.
3 shooters out there.
Yeah, you got to have Booker and Beal, or Durant and Beal, or somebody out there with them. Because that's just not going to get. You can't have that. Neither one of those guys are shooters. Nobody's afraid of them on offense.
All right, what was the next poll?
I don't know, but LOL Priest says can't wait for the all season and a new coach. Worst thing that can happen is we do decent in the playoffs, don't accomplish anything, and Frank keeps sucking at his job. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Please.
Okay. DC's gonna love this one. I'm starting to not be so hard on Frank, especially with the way the season ended. And you can say, don't be fooled by that, Sundo. But I do feel like he did, and this coaching staff did a really good job at coaching these last 10 games and making the adjustments. I think the worst game we looked was that Clippers game, right? Losing that Pels game was a little iffy, but Zion was just killing us. But like that Clippers game was the only game we looked entirely bad, and you got to give the coaching staff and Frank credit for that. They did a good job these last 10 games when we needed it. So I'm going to lay off the Frank Vogel slander for the time being. Now, if we have an awful playoffs, then I might go back, but for now, I'm laying off the slander. That's just me.
Well,
TC says, "Do you think we're going to get playoff Gordon?" I hope so, because if we get playoff Eric Gordon, it's good.
Burner wants to know if you could blink a couple times if Frank is holding you at gunpoint. Here's what I'll say about Frank. Nothing changes. You've got, for me, if you can have a winning series in this first round and then get through the second round and, almost win it, because it is going to be against the Nuggets. If he can just make us look better than we looked last year against the Nuggets, maybe take him to 7 this time. Maybe look like we're going to win it at times. That's enough for me. I know you're sticking with he needs to go to the Western Conference Championship round.
Yep.
But I'm giving him a break earlier, and I want to commend him for what we needed to have done, got done. Those last 10 games, we went 7-3. Those last 10 games, we went. Those last 6 games, 7 games, we went 5-2, which was remarkable. All things considered, even when we looked our lowest, even when it looked like the team had given up on him, our heads always stayed above water. And then he had the team ready to strike and take that 6th seed for themselves. And you can't say that he didn't have them ready. Right?
Yes.
So give him credit for that.
They do, and they played well. And that's what I want to give him credit for.
However,
now, like I said, there's a however. Thank you. Go ahead.
If things go back to looking like, oh my God, he's lost, his offense sucks, this and that, blah, blah, blah. If it's a meltdown in the first round, of course you have to say goodbye to him. Like anyone will dispute that. Beatles says Suns easily beating the Nuggets.
Oh, we gotta beat the Timberwolves first before we even worry about that. So let's just stick with the Timberwolves.
No, I don't think anyone will easily beat the Nuggets, if anyone's even able to beat them. Code says,
what are you guys talking about?
Am I the only one who saw the door in the background open by itself? You might have a ghost in there with you. So be looking out. Maybe it's one of those thick
I have a child back there. That's probably what you saw.
So what was the next Polsky?
I don't even remember. People were talking in the chat. There's a lot of talk about playoff EG if he works out.
I mean, if the Suns get that sort of performance from EG, of course, dude. Of course. I'm worried.
About what?
That, if we get what we've been getting from him in the regular season, it's not going to help, dude. Like, it's going to be magnified. Those misses are going to be excruciating. Okay? If he if he goes 1 for 7 in a game, we're going to hate him.
How many minutes do you think he's going to get this playoff series?
That's a good question. I don't know. You never know with Frank.
Bro.
I think Frank will attempt to give him a good 20 plus per game.
Look.
20 plus is what I'm going with.
Look, this is Eric Gordon's chance, okay, to gain my love back, okay? And I know he's watching, and I know he's watching, right? The Stephen A thing. I know you're watching. No, I'm joking. He's probably not watching, but man, I called the Eric Gordon signing this offseason a move, right? During free agency. I said that might have been the most underrated move of the entire free agency. We were pumped. We were like, finally, Eric Gordon's heart is finally in Phoenix. We can't wait. He's going to be a killer.
Pulling my heartstrings again.
I know. And in this season, he's just been. There's games where he's been good, but there's been a whole lot of not good with Eric Gordon. And this is the series. If he can just step it up, I will. Let me love you, Eric Gordon, right? Let me love you type thing. If he kills it, great. Am I confident that's going to happen? No, I'm sorry. I'm just not confident it's going to happen. But if it does, I'll
it's worth monitoring.
I was wrong, but I'll be really happy.
It's worth really keeping an eye on and paying attention to,
Yes.
What Eric Gordon do we get in these playoffs? Same thing with Royce, bro. If Royce is hitting, but that's my point, to bring it back to how much I love our bench and role players. I love them compared to last year.
Well, last year was,
I'll tell you what last year was. Last year was
minimums, and Landry Shamet with a bigger contract than he should have had. Campaign with a decent sized contract, bigger than probably he should have had, and refusing to play. Holiday was gone last year, but refusing to play other Terrence Ross and deciding to play Torrey Craig. But when we were relying on Terrence Ross minutes last playoffs was buddy. Saban Lee minutes. Coaches, I'm completely done with Saban Lee. Can Saban Lee play this playoff series? He's a two-way, right?
I can't imagine that he can. I think they gave that role to IT. They gave IT that roster spot.
They did give him that roster. Oh, man.
Code says don't sleep on IT. Bro.
What if we got some good IT minutes, bro?
The reason, no, you're not going to, no! Frank will die. He'll die for this shit. Not playing IT is the most important thing to Frank. Second only, I guess, to not playing Bol. He's not gonna play him unless it's an injury.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't mean to bring that up and make you upset, because he was supposed to change everything, right, Gabe? Spurs fan Gary says, if you guys have to depend on the bench or role players more than one or two at most games a series, it's a wrap. Big three will win or lose. Oh, we absolutely agree. But if we got any sort of good performance from any of these guys, that's even more so a wrap.
No, because I don't know. I'm not married to this idea, Gary. You might be right, but once more than one or two. So yeah, maybe you're right. Two would be the most, but I think the Suns can live with a couple of games per series where Grayson is the hero, which he has been often on this team. Or if it's either Gordon, Grayson, or Royce just mercilessly hitting threes.
Code has a question, and are we feeling comfortable about health going into the series or coming out of the series?
Maybe
Code?
A little too comfortable, honestly, Code. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, you might be right, but I mean, I just feel like this team is healthy with a week off. I think they're about the healthiest they're gonna be, right? So there's that. Gordon will be playing. DC just said everyone's available, including Damian Lee. That's something we haven't talked about yet. What if he gets some minutes? That would be crazy. So I don't know. Am I confident that we'll stay healthy after this series?
Well, keep in mind that they will play through any injury they can potentially play through. Even if they get injured, they're not going to just sit down immediately unless they have to. You'll see guys toughing it out more than usual.
Slayer says Damian Lee's out. Okay, he's out. See, there you go.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I really thought we were going to get Damian Lee by the end of the season, and I don't even know if you want to bring him back in this type of environment.
Unless you absolutely need him, no, you don't bring him
unless
back.
He's been cooking in practice and in scrimmages and in 3-on-3s.
No, if you're going to be honest, you're just going to put him in the corner and say shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, as of today, Frank Vogel said Friday Lee remains out to start the postseason. So no, we don't got him back. Get him back. DC, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so talk to Kogi. I guess really, do we need to talk Bol? Did we already cover Bol?
We talked a little bit about him, whether he's going to get a slew of minutes. You said you don't think he will at the beginning. I said I think he'll get his 10 a game like he normally does.
10 a game. You think you're going to get 10 points a game from Bol?
What has he been averaging off season?
I should
when
slap
KD's
you
off,
silly.
When KD's not playing, who plays in his spot? That's right. It's Bol. So when KD's not playing, Bol's going to play.
I don't know, man. I've seen Bol basically not play entire games down the stretch of the season. I've seen him only come in during, remember when Frank was screaming at him? Can we bring that up real quick?
I don't want to bring that up because that made me so mad that game. Why were you?
Frank was just lighting him up. And I don't think Frank likes or trusts him on defense. Likes or trusts him on defense because and he feels like he's not getting through to him, like he's not smart enough to run his defense. And that distrust is going to intensify in the playoffs.
Last 10 games played, Bobo has averaged 9.8 minutes a game.
So what are you saying? 9 to 10 minutes a game? Or are you saying 9 to 10 points per game? I thought you were saying points per game.
No, I'm saying minutes.
Oh, I bet you that shrinks down to 5.
That's what I was saying. You thought I said points? No, I just said he was going to play about 10.
Yeah, I thought you were saying 10 points per game.
No. I'm saying he was going to play about 10 minutes a game. No, but in that 10 minutes, he's been averaging 4 points a game. So we'll just say that.
Okay.
We'll say that's what you get out of the Bobo.
What's your expectations for Booker? Like, what are you looking for him to do? What'll make you happy from Booker?
For Booker?
Mm-hmm.
20 points. Some assists.
20 points per game.
Some assists. Looking good. I think Booker will end up doing his thing. I'm really more, quote unquote, worried about Beal and whether he's going to continue his run of averaging and playing like he's been playing. If we get that Beal, it's just going to make things that much more easier for Booker and Durant. Is it not
insane that when we sit here today, we really feel like Beal is a more pivotal player than Devin Booker right now? I wouldn't say I'm crazy pivotal for saying that, right?
I wouldn't say more pivotal, but with the way he's been playing,
the most important position in basketball.
Exactly. With the way he's been playing, he's going to open up things for KD and Booker. It's just that simple.
I expect Booker to take over.
I like the sound of that. Absolutely.
For Booker to take a step and because I've seen it too many times in the playoffs where he turns it on and when's the last time we basically felt like he was in Armani mode? It's such a cheesy thing to say, but it's funny because it's his middle name, and it's the
last time he was in Armani mode was when he was in New Orleans.
Okay, you're right, but I've seen him do that for whole series. I want Armani. I want that big, bright, shining star.
In the Nuggets series last year?
A little bit here and there, but
was the Nuggets series or the Clippers series where he was just absolutely out of his mind?
T says Booker takeover equals losing the game. Give me a second here, okay, to unpack this.
Hold on, time out. Mm-hmm. I know what he's saying, but that's not what we're saying.
I want white hot Book. Can't stop him. All of his shit's going. Maybe he misses one or two here or there, but he's downhill. He's taking full advantage of the runway that Bradley Beal has cleared for him to take off with. And then, once you're worried about little old Bradley Beal and little old Devin Book, you have the Slim Reaper over here ready to feast on your soul. Okay?
The cyborg himself.
All right. Shut up, Burner. Why did we want him here?
I don't know. It's just Burner just be doing the
All right, we'll change it from white hot to blue hot. All right, you know that blue flame.
Blue hot Book.
You know?
It's got a good ring to it, too.
It does. It honestly does.
Blue hot Book.
But,
dude,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I know what T's talking about, right? He's talking about the Book that if he's not hot and he continues to shoot, he's going to shoot you out of a game. Like, that's not the takeover Book we're talking about. And let's be honest, we haven't gotten that takeover Book in the last few weeks. Knock on wood. It seems like he knows if he's not on, he's just not going to be that guy. and it seems like he just doesn't continue to shoot. So give him credit. Hopefully, we continue to get that. He's hold on a second. Hey, that's me, dummy.
He's barking at the ghost that's been opening that door, bro.
Man, he's not gonna be knocking on the table.
He's trying to protect you from a ghost, and you're telling him to shut up. Go on.
But no. I think Booker has been in such a I'm the only scorer on this team for the last few seasons. I think he's had to learn to trust the other two on his team. And I think he has done that more and more these last few games. And I don't think we're going to get the Booker that T's worried about. But if we do get the white hot book, or blue hot book.
And people saying blue means cold. Listen, look it up. The blue part of the flame is the hottest part of the flame. Okay? It's so hot it changes colors. Wrap your mind around that. All right. I'm talking the Devin Booker that during the playoffs before you've seen the graphics that are saying Booker joins Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan as the only two to ever do this. What?
He says that just sounds like blue ball book.
Gary says the white part's the hottest. Okay, but is blue not hotter than red? Huh? I'm talking about that Booker. I don't care. If you have that Devin Booker and you have Bradley Beal playing the way he has been lately, and then you have Kevin Durant doing whatever the F he wants, and you have Grayson Allen, and you have Royce, and you have Nurk, who I am big on this postseason. This is such a better team than last season. And throughout this regular season, you were able to beat the T-Wolves 3 out of 3 times. And one of the times you held them to 87 points and beat them.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Like, I think the number one, talk about, you know what really is the X factor? Defense.
What a cop-out answer.
Bro. I think our offense is good enough, but can we match their defensive level of intensity? They're the number one defensive team. Can we play every game where we're out here watching it going, dude, I'm getting so excited, TBH. I'm getting so excited because we play at 2:30 tomorrow. Like, it's starting to dawn on me, bro. We're about to have a fucking playoff game tomorrow. Okay? But
we're in the playoffs tomorrow.
Okay? We never get any good wins anymore.
We don't need good TV time. Let's talk about the fact that the NBA just gave us the crap time slot because they knew what they were doing. They were like Suns and Timberwolves. No one's gonna watch that. Let's just play them at 2:30.
No. I think what it is to give the play-in teams more recovery time. They get the late schedule because they've been playing this.
I don't think that's what that is. I think it was the Timberwolves are closer to I think the Timberwolves in the Midwest. They just decided to play, they could put them in the earlier time slot, and that's just what they're going to do because they know that market is small and no one's watching that game. That's exactly what happened.
Behind Bush.
Agree to disagree. All right.
And they really are. They're really, forgive my pun. They are really flaming you for the white hot, saying blue is hotter than the white hot thing.
I don't know, but I know blue's hotter than normal fire. All right.
They are really flaming you in the chat.
Let's not get bogged down by the details, people.
It must be that Nebraska education. You know.
Well, I did get a GED, so don't, please don't think that I think I'm smart.
Than you. I got a diploma. I stayed in school like an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Talked Grayson. Talked Bull. We have not talked Nurk. Okay. I got a poll for you.
What you got?
Let's see here. First of all, what are we at for likes? Are we anywhere near a hundo?
94.
94, guys. 6 more likes, and King West, if he's still here.
Yeah, y'all really left him out to hang,
giving
bro.
out a
Y'all left him out to dry.
You know?
He was trying to tell y'all 100, 100, and y'all just quit hitting that like button. We got 117 watching. Y'all should have been had 100.
Don't chastise them for not hitting the like
I
button.
do
It's
what I
not cool.
want.
All right?
By the way, the score of the Pelicans and Kings games, if you even care, Gabe, 38-31, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Pelicans are up. So there's your score for the Pelicans game. We have officially hit 102, but King West is probably gone by now.
He's a busy man. Listen, people. New poll. Which do you prefer in this series? Playing Nurk full minutes or small ball? And that doesn't mean Eubanks necessarily, although I guess maybe it kind of does, right? But it's like Durant at the 5. Durant, Royce, Grey Goose, Book, Beal. How do you guys, like, what do you think is going to be more successful? What would you do? Jimbo says need more bull.
I feel like Nurk has done a fine job.
Well, hey, let's look at the stats
Versus the Wolves. Right.
Let's look at the what he's done over these last games. I think I can pull this up here. All right. Good old trusty ESPN. So let's look at regular series. Let's go back to the first game. Let's see what it looked like first game. So Cat had 25, Gobert had 4, Ant had 13, Durant had 31, 31 for Book. Ooh, Gordon had 15. Nurkic, 3 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He played 24 minutes. So we small balled. Eubanks got 20 minutes and went 6 for 9 with 13 points.
The first time we played Minnesota?
Yes. What are we doing here? How is that possible?
That was early in the season. Don't we?
Okay. All right. You ain't impressed. You ain't impressed.
No, I'm just a completely different team. KBD was getting minutes.
Okay, good point. This is after the trades. Saying? This is after
KBD was getting 13 minutes. Okogie was getting 19. Yuta had 23 minutes that game. And move on.
All right. Game 2, where we held him to 87 points. Edwards had 17 points. Nickel Alexander Walker had 13. Nobody else had even 9 points in the starting lineup. So they must have been sitting. Okay, so Gobert, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 29 minutes. Nurk 5, so he went 11 and 15 with 6 assists.
That was that catless game.
Okay,
where it was
3 steals. Nurk was percolating over there. 11 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. That's a Nurk in 26 minutes. Okay.
I mean, that's the Nurk game you hope for, right?
Game 3, just the other day, 5 days ago.
Wasn't he resting for Ramadan or something like that?
Ramalama Ding Dong, not sure. 6 points, 5 steals. 5 steals. You bozo. 8 assists, bozo. 1 block, bozo. 20 minutes. He only played 20
turnover.
minutes. You know? Eubanks, 0.0. Thad did good, 2 for 2.
Eubanks got cooked in this game.
Yeah. You're right. Ant, 13 points, 10 points. You know what I'm noticing? 21 for Gobert. You know what I'm really noticing here? When has Ant gone off against us? 13 first game, 17 second game.
I said what I said, Gabe.
What, you don't think it's going to matter?
I said that the guards will take care of themselves. I said that the key is guarding Gobert and Towns and how well we guard them and how well we play them.
Sure, Cat can have the game where he just goes off because he's red hot. That's true. But I think if we can keep doing what we've been doing to Ant, whoever's guarding him, whatever we're doing is working. I will say that. Definitely
I wish I had
seems like
advanced
it's working.
stats and looked up. Maybe there's an advanced stats website that we can subscribe to later down the road that we can look that up. King West finally with the gifted membership. Burner!
Dude, this is a good omen.
Burner.
This is a good omen.
Great omen, bro. That's a great omen.
And we don't have the clip, so we need Sundo to sing it.
Horseman.
Burner the Horseman. That's got a ring to it.
East Metro says, I like these small streams. Yeah, it's pretty cool, just the community in here, But we also like the big streams too, like getting newer people that come through, hang out.
It's
always fun, man.
I think tomorrow, stream-wise, whatever, is going to be
percolating.
A big day, bro. It's just going to be...
Yeah, I'm going to have to join as soon as I get off work. I got to drive.
Yeah. Tell them what's going to happen tomorrow.
So the game starts at 2:30, which is literally the exact time that I clock out. So I will be getting into my car. I will be trying to join playback.
Are you going to
not kill myself?
Are you going to put your phone like on the dash or something, or
possibly? We'll see.
Okay. So we're gonna have an old school driving playoff. That brings me back,
dude. That does bring me back,
right?
Bro. That was how long ago was that,
bro? First season we did the show.
Nah, we did. It was first season and second. A little bit of the second season we did the show, bro. I don't think I started going to day shift until last year, like at the end of 2022. So yeah, at the end of that season.
Brother said Sundo gonna stream his car chase.
It'll 100% be a
what up, John? Chilling.
A white Bronco chase, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my guy.
DC says background looks fire. Thank you, man. I just thought we could change it up since it's the playoffs. Why not change things?
So is that a GIF, or where'd you get that at?
The sun in the background?
Yeah.
It's just a high-res video from YouTube that I recorded, and then I have it playing on a loop. It's just playing on a loop.
I see that. Day one Roy finally here.
Baby boy toy Roy.
$2 super chat. Can we bring back some OG moments for the playoffs, man?
Like what? And be careful. Okay?
I know what he wants, and it's not happening. You go if you want what you want, go to the other show,
bro,
because they are back.
Burner said, "Police, sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" Sundo, chat. Should I pull out my Glock? Put a poll up, Gabe. We're not going to
define OG moments. You know what the OG moments are.
He wants a new banger. Well, we did not get a banger ready. You've been working on beats for Blazers Uprise.
Look, I gave him a beat. I got to finish the other beat.
Because he's throwing a couple of shingles at you. Couple of shekels.
I gave him one beat for free.
He throws some shekels at you and you get to work, but we've been needing a new banger for God knows how long.
I gave you a banger.
One banger. We're supposed to live off that?
Yes.
What if Britney Spears never put out Toxic? You think she'd be living off of Hit Me Baby One More Time?
Yes.
Yeah, she probably could have gotten away with that, but that's a bad example.
Britney. She put out a bunch of other songs besides Toxic, Gabe. Okay. Sundo, if we make the conference finals, what you gonna do? Be excited.
Shirtless stream from Sundo for the
Beatcast in the chat says, speaking of beats.
Mm.
Alley says, I feel like Matt Ishbia has a 2K GM player mentality.
Say that again.
It's very possible. He has a 2K GM player mentality where it's just like, let me just get all the players I can get.
I mean, I like that, bro. It's so different from what we've always been. We've always been take what we can get off the bargain bin and hope you can make it work. $2 dono from your boy, $1.99 dono from your boy.
Bring back Pandemic Nick. Hey, bro, Pandemic Nick was different, bro.
So here's what we talked about, Roy. I want a game share with Sundo because Romp don't play any of the things I play anymore. And then Sundo will have 2K for free. I'll build up his character for him and get his badges.
Hero grinder.
I'll hero grind for him. I'll hero grind
That's a wild
Sundo.
Statement.
And then we can play 2K together for some off-season content. Pandemic Nick. They called you out for missing jumpers one time and you put the paddles down forever.
Absolutely. All right. And you guys are lucky I'm still around when y'all be wilding in chat because I can just walk away too.
They were trying to bully you to greatness and you would not have it.
It eventually worked.
Oh my God.
Sundo will be 175, 180 pounds, 99 strength. Absolutely.
Might have to get you a big.
Ruben says, let's hope the offseason don't come for a while. I agree, Ruben. And it starts with the series tomorrow. The Timberwolves. We got to go into Minnesota. We got to go in there and handle our business.
Dude, okay, so I was explaining this to Katie for some reason. I know she didn't give a damn, and I was just sitting here blabbering, talking to her. But I'm like, here's the thing, baby. Here's what the Suns need to do. The Suns need to go in to Minnesota. I'm explaining home court advantage. I'm like, they need to go in because what the away team needs to do to be successful is just win 1 out of 2 games. And clearly we can beat them. So I'm confident we can take 1. And even if we lose the first game, that's okay. It's totally okay if you lose the first game. You just got to win game 2. And if you do that, you have the mathematical advantage. You have more home games now. And the pressure is now on them. Bro, do you think we can win 1 out of 2?
1 out of 2
in Minnesota?
I said that at the beginning. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, right? We can win 1 out of 2.
I think
that's all we got to do.
We go back home and win those 2, and then we lose in Minnesota and come back home. Or people are saying gentleman sweep. I think that's a little too confident, but let me put it this way:
because we beat them all 3 times.
Let me put it this way:
trap.
I'm saying games in 6. If we end up sweeping this team for real, then we got a whole other slew of expectations to talk about. But I don't think it's gonna happen. We're definitely definitely 6 games.
I'm nervous, bro. I'm so fucking nervous.
Definitely 6.
So nervous. It's starting. I'm starting to get nervous.
Poor Gaby Waby's nervous. I'm nervous.
Lot riding on it, Sundo.
What's riding on it? How much money you bet?
Nothing, but
exactly.
The whole season could end.
The only thing that's riding on it is content.
Content's riding on it. But I'm just thinking from an embarrassment standpoint of being embarrassed by getting bounced in the first round. That's what I'm thinking. No, but I was putting out a lot of videos calling us a super team.
But before you know it, the Suns will be.
That's not going to come back good on
the Coyotes.
No, Burner, I won't be doing any of those things.
Joe
I won't
Smith
have
says
orange
Wolves
sunglasses.
In 6. Joe Smith, what's good, homie?
What up, Joe?
Must be a Wolves fans. We appreciate you for coming through. Hit that like button, my guy.
The Wolves can win. The Wolves can win this series, and I'm sick of everybody acting like they can't. I'm sick of you.
Why are you sick of me?
Because you're out here acting like we're going to sweep them.
I never said that. I said this game goes 6 either way.
I heard sweep.
But no, I said, could you imagine if we do?
See, Brady says
how
Wolves
the
in
expectations
7.
Go up. But I absolutely, this goes 6 either way. I hate Gary, bro.
Such a stupid number. 2 is such a stupid ass number. You stupid bitch. Shut up. Wolves is so stupid.
Who's guarding Cat? I mean, it's probably going to be. It's going to be a mixture of KD and more KD because we don't really have anybody else to guard Cat, bro. You gonna put Bol on Cat?
I think he would body Bol. So you're not gonna have Bol. Stop acting like Bol's gonna play.
I'm just asking who you're gonna put on him.
Is
Cat gonna be him? Here's another question: is Cat gonna be himself?
Eubanks.
That's my biggest concern.
Shut up, Brady.
What did Brady say?
We're gonna banish you. All right.
Yeah, DC and you're not gonna get no more VIPs from us.
DC said KD on Cat. What do you think of that? Is that?
I just said that. That's really your only option.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, that's where Katie's gonna have to work on defense, and you may have to.
You're right, though. It is gonna have to be that because you're gonna have Nert Garden, old big boy, old big Frenchie.
Spurs says, Gary says, I can't believe y'all haven't mentioned McDaniel.
Great point.
Haven't mentioned his defense, but I said that they're gonna play as physical. And
McDaniels is a really good defender.
That's the whole team too.
McDaniels is a good defender. They're just not. He does, Burner. You know, he's just like Bottom line, I think the Suns are going to win from a predictions. Have you ever made a prediction?
Never made a prediction in my life.
From a prediction standpoint, is what I meant to say. This is why no insider am I.
Standpoint.
From a prediction standpoint, thank you. I think the Suns win in 7. 6 or 7. You know? It's the playoffs, man. Shit is going to happen. I mean, we always talk about what Vegas wants. We always talk about that androgynous alien Adam Silver. You think they want it to be a sweep either way? You know?
Now you got me looking.
What,
the Timberwolves are a 1.5 point favorite.
So Gary, from a Vegas standpoint, since you're the biggest degenerate we know, gambling wise, what does that say to you? What do you think Vegas wants if they got Vegas up
1.5?
Miss Sundo, he just won today. He just flat out won. I guess 125 is our next goal. So if we can get to 125 likes somehow, gift out another Memby. Maybe Miss Sundo can. We're at 112, not that far off. You were saying?
I'm just looking, trying to see the odds of what Vegas is saying about this series.
Can you find Vegas odds on the series as an entirety, like who they think is going to
No,
come out?
that's what I'm trying to look for, but I can't find out. I just see the game tomorrow that they're a 1.5 point favorite. I think it's just because they have home court advantage. It's pretty much a pick 'em at that point.
Oh,
Brady becomes a horseman.
Thank you, Brady, man. Appreciate it.
Ruben says, Gabe, no cap. Do you think these bums are going to take this to 7? It's possible, and they're not bums.
Who are you calling a bum?
They're not bums, bro. They're the Timberwolves.
Oh!
Brady with the gift of wow, that's crazy.
No way.
She begged for it, and she got it. And now
how
Burner's
did she
win? That was wizardry, bro. And Burner, that was Burner really. That was his only flex over Mr. Sundo, and now it's gone.
It's gone. That's wild. Heath Spencer said, talk about rigged, cheated. Listen, we didn't, we have no control. I promise you that. Or do we? We don't.
No, but anyway, Ruben, they're not bums. They're
They're
a really good team.
Thank you.
We're not gonna look past them. They are really good defensively. This series is going to be physical. Expect it.
Keep in mind the Suns' record this season. How difficult it was. How we had to fight and scrap and fight and scrap and fight and scrap just to get the last playoff seed that's guaranteed. These dudes down to the last day of the season or last couple days,
fighting for the number 1 seed.
Were potentially the number 1 seed in this West that has been so tough. They have a multi-time defensive player of the year in the paint, shutting down paint activity. They have 3-point champion big man stretch 4 who can get to the rack and score 60 plus points, 70 almost or more, whatever he had, okay, at the 4. And then they have baby Michael Jordan, who literally, it is probably 50% possible that he is the offspring of Michael Jordan.
That's a crazy statement.
Have you ever seen the picture of half of his face and half of Michael Jordan's face, and it just looks like Michael Jordan? Like there's legend, okay? And so
I mean, I think you're going a little too far on selling this, but let me put it this way, dude. Wolves are good. There's a reason why they're the 3 seed. Right? There's a reason why they were fighting for the number 1 seed. Okay, Ruben, they're not bums. Everybody, they're a good team. They're going to bring it. They're going to be physical. Series is going to be tough. That's why I said it goes 6 either way. Either Wolves in 6 or Suns in 6. Obviously, we're a Suns podcast. We're going to say Suns in 6.
No! Obviously, we're a Suns channel. We're going to say, no, I ain't doing that anymore. I've been that cuck. If I think the Suns are going to lose, I'm saying we're going to lose.
Do you think we're going to lose?
No. But there's a difference. But there's a difference.
Shut up.
I ain't saying it.
Sweep, y'all are crazy.
I'm not saying it just because we're a Suns channel and I got to be a teamer.
Where's DC at? DC went away. I need DC in here. He'll be reasonable.
And be reasonable, DC. And yeah. There's DC.
DC will be reasonable.
Shut up, Burner. All right. Brady says, Baby Jordan scares me for y'all, man. Well, I mean, we just looked at it, Brady, and so far this season, the Suns have been able to contain him. 13 points, 17 points, and like 14 points against us in those games. He hasn't gone off against us yet. That's not to say that he can't.
There will be a Edwards game this series, for sure.
Well, maybe more. Maybe he takes over the whole series.
Good.
You really can't stop him when he has it going, bro. Especially if he gets it going from 3, and then you have to defend him at 3, and then you cannot stop him from blowing by. You can't.
Man, this is gonna be a good series, dude. This is gonna be a good series.
I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
I mean, Gary, you could stop him, but nobody other than you.
Gary would lock down.
I think it would be funny to end the stream at like exactly an hour and a half. So like we got 4 more minutes. What do you guys want to talk
3
about?
minutes.
3 minutes. What do you guys want to talk about?
I hate Gary so much, dude.
No, I'm laughing at Birder, but yeah. Shut up, Gary.
Ruben says the fact that I'll bet you we win in 5. You go ahead and make that bet.
All right, what kind of bet are we doing here, Ruben? How about this, Ruben? How about this? I got a good one. I got a good bet. All right? Loser of the bet. Damn, I don't want to bet against the Suns to win in 5. But so be it. Loser gives 50 push-ups.
50 push-ups?
Mm-hmm. You got to videotape it and put it in Discord as proof.
Yeah, you won't catch me dead doing 50 push-ups.
Well, they don't have to be 50 in a row. They could be banged out 10 at a time.
I'm doing girl push-ups, dog.
50 girl push-ups, but then we get to see you in the girl push-up position, which could really
never mind. You're right.
That could really inflame some hormones.
I'm not in the bet, so it don't matter.
You got to videotape it, Ruben, and send it into the Discord so we can see. If it ain't captured, it didn't happen.
2 minutes.
All right.
2 minutes. 4. Sundo goes to sleep.
You're excited about this sleep, aren't you? Now,
I need some sleep, dog.
So you'll get plenty. You only get barely enough time to sleep, but yeah, hopefully you're not too tired for the game tomorrow. What time do you think you'll be at your computer? Like, what quarter do you think? 4th?
Whatever time the 3:50, 4 o'clock.
Do I need to enlist a White Devil?
No, you do not need to enlist the White Devil Spurs fan Gary himself. They don't want him. They don't need to see him. Okay, and leave Romp out of it too. There's only one White Devil you invite to this show, and that's Tori. Okay.
Still don't think he'd like the invite because it involves calling him a White Devil. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
All right.
That's why I did it.
Well, guys.
Actually, I never thought about this. I wonder how well. I don't think it would work well, but never mind. I don't think it would work. Using a remote desktop from my phone. Don't think it would work at all.
Gary says White Devils have feelings too, guys.
Do ya?
All right. We want to wish you guys a very happy playoff eve.
I thought you were going to say Merry Christmas. That would have been wild.
A merry playoff eve. Go to sleep.
What is this
tonight.
Sundo's camera? This camera is acting crazy. I got to reset my whole PC. That's what the camera is.
Everybody go to sleep, okay? Everybody relax. Lay your weary heads down.
Hey, before you say that, Tori Jones is here.
Don't rewind. Don't rewind. Everybody go to sleep. We wake up tomorrow. Get yourself a little brunch and maybe get the bleach ready, maybe get the rope ready, and just set them to the side.
You want him to get the rope ready?
Get it ready! And set it off to the side, and maybe you use it, maybe you don't. But the important thing is to have it ready, okay?
Have it ready.
Maybe tomorrow's a fun, momentous day. Maybe tomorrow we're smoking cigars and chugging with the fellas. Okay? Okay?
We don't do that.
But know that we love you. Know that Sundo loves you very much. Burner, Sundo loves you very much.
Yep,
Okay?
Burner. Yep.
And we're going to be here for you tomorrow. Burner, could you go to sleep, please? Could you maybe take some NyQuil and force yourself to go to sleep so you could be awake for the game tomorrow?
Burner won't be here tomorrow.
We're going to need you, Burner.
Awake. He won't be awake. Gary says, what are the keys to the game?
What are the keys? Defense and ball movement.
Absolutely. There you go.
2 keys.
Done with these keys to the games, man.
All right. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Honest to God. Honest to God, dude. This is going to be exciting.
I hope Booker is on fire tomorrow.
Sing us away.
I hope Booker's on fire tomorrow.
Maybe a Miles.
You want a Miles singing?
Yes.
No, I'm good.
Mm.
I can't even say Suns win because we haven't even won. I can't even say Suns lose.
Well, how about maybe a Go Suns could do?
Suns playing tomorrow. I need a honey bun. Go Suns, bro. Go Suns. Get out of here. Sick of these people.
Suns Jam, I think they're going live tonight in like maybe an hour or so. Check them out.
Ooh, I was say we could raid them, but
they're doing a
never
preview.
mind.
Well, I mean, go in there, and show some support.
Sports Fury is live right now watching the Pels and the and Kings. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody's live yet, bro.
It's the calm before the storm.
You're an idiot.